Hello and welcome to day 4 of my mini series on preparing for career success in 2021. So, we've been talking a lot this week about all the different aspects of career success that are going to be important for you if you want to kind of move your career forward this year, because you might feel that it's been stalled by the pandemic and all the challenges that we faced last year at work, and that this year you actually want things to be different and you want to start to move your career forward. So day 1, we looked at what you enjoyed about your job, what you didn't, and where you wanted to be by the end of 2021. Day 2 was doing a bit of a gap analysis on what was going to be needed to kind of fill between now and the end of 2021 in order to achieve that career goal. And then yesterday we looked at work habits that perhaps weren't serving you well and what you might want to change about them. And today we're going to talk about confidence, limiting beliefs, fears, your inner critic, self sabotaging, all those things that kind of get in your way and hold you back. They might stop you saying yes to opportunities, they might stop you putting yourself forward or speaking up. They might just be that kind of continual stress of having to kind of wrangle with that inner dialogue that we have with ourselves. And this is a really important area because even if all the other things are in place, if you're not feeling career confident, if you're letting those kind of limiting beliefs or fears stop you, then you're going to find it harder to achieve your career success goal. So this is a huge topic though, and I have to be realistic. This is a short video, so we're not going to solve all of that today, but it's certainly worth thinking about what actions you might need to take to manage, because we're never going to get rid of them, but we will manage them, the things that are stopping you. And obviously, it's an area that I work a lot with, one-to-one with clients. So if it's something that you do want to explore more, then do get in touch. But today, what I'm going to talk about is one area, which is the comfort zone, and to think about how you can start to move out of the comfort zone that you're in at the moment. And this is really important too, because if you're thinking about a change or a move up or a promotion or something different in your career this year, then you will be looking at getting out of comfort zones along the way, because you'll be taking on new challenges, you'll be saying yes to new opportunities, and that will involve you stepping out of your comfort zone. So the more work you can do now to prepare for that, then the better. So comfort zones are by nature very comfortable. We feel safe in them, they're known to us, and actually we perform well in them. We don't perform amazingly, we don't perform at our best, but we do perform well in them. And that's why it's very easy to get stuck in your comfort zone, because they're not a problem zone, they're just easy, comfortable, like an old pair of slippers. Um, but actually, to be at our best, to perform at our best, and this is what we need in order to achieve career success, we do need something called optimal anxiety. Now, optimal anxiety is it's a little bit of stress, so it gives you a stretch, but it's not that kind of overwhelming kind of stress that can leave you feeling paralyzed and unable to move forward. So we're looking for something that's going to stretch us a bit, but not too much. So when you're thinking about getting out of your comfort zone, you don't want to be kind of making a massive leap, maybe into 2 or 3 comfort zones hence. We want to be taking a small step into the next comfort zone that isn't too scary. And then we build up confidence each time we step out of a comfort zone. So the first thing to do is actually recognize that you might be stuck in your comfort zone, where you're kind of just pootling along, doing quite nicely. And the second thing then is to think about what would give you a bit of stretch. That's not going to be overwhelming. So it might be something, just something that you haven't done before. So something new that's going to stretch you a bit, that's also going to take you closer to where you want to be. So being strategic about it too. So it might be taking on a new piece of work, it might be leading something, it might be doing something differently with a client, maybe leading a client discussion or client meeting. It might be writing something internally or externally. It could be some kind of visibility kind of challenge. It might be a connection challenge, but something that's going to give you that sense of stretch. And then the third thing to do is to think about, what do I need to help me step out of my comfort zone? Because you don't have to do it on your own. You can think about what support is going to help you do it. And that could be support, i.e., in a piece of training. Maybe it's something you need to learn before you can step out of the comfort zone. Although just be careful with that one, because that can be a way of procrastinating too. So be quite specific about what kind of training and how long. It could be maybe some support from your boss or from a colleague, in terms of either perhaps shadowing someone who's an expert in that area, or talking to them about it in terms of the approach that you might take and getting some feedback before you do it. Um, or it could be about some kind of accountability. If you know maybe that you're going to be putting it off, then maybe it's looking for somebody to keep you accountable to make sure that you do it when you're going to do it. So that's just a very kind of whistle stop tour through your getting out of your comfort zone, but hopefully it will give you that sense of direction that you can do it, and choosing, being specific and strategic, and choosing the kind of comfort zone you're going to step into. But then obviously, once you've left one comfort zone, you're then in the next, and then you can think about leaving that one, and so forth. And that's how we grow, that's how we develop in our careers, and that's how we push ourselves closer to success. So join me tomorrow for the final piece of the jigsaw in achieving success in 2021. And if you've stepped out of your comfort zone, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you.